Hey, hey, good to see you. Welcome to Be in the Light. I'm trying to tell you something about my life. Maybe give me insight between black and white. And the best thing you've ever done for me is to help me take my life less seriously, because it's only life after all. Yeah. Well, darkness has a hunger that's insatiable, and lightness has a call that's hard to hear. I wrap my fear around me like a blanket. I sail my ship of safety till I sank it. I'm crawling on your shores. I went to the doctor. I went to the mountain. I looked to the children. I drank from the fountain. There's more than one answer to this questions, pointing me in a crooked line. And the less I seek my source for some definitive, closer I am to find, closer I am to find, closer I am to find. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Our first real run through here, our flagship adventure on the Sacred Spiral Network. Thanks to everybody for coming. Evelyn, Bernadette, glad to see you. Tom, happy to see you. What's up? What's up? Yeah, it's going to be a good night tonight. Hey, Evelyn. Yeah, Tom. Yes. Kelly is a beautiful soul. I'm really, really grateful for not just for like getting stuff, but the personal connections I've made through this little endeavor have been really, really wonderful. Love it. So I want to thank my sponsors, Fried Okra Entertainment, my friend Ernie Mosteller, badass director, photographer, creative director, friedokra.tv, go scope his stuff out. And my good friend Audrey Asciutto here in Sebring, Florida, owner of Audrey's Place, a really wonderful B&B right on the Circle in Sebring. Awesome place to stay, awesome place to come visit and check it. Man, there are some crazy energy vibes here in Sebring, and strongly suggest if you haven't sampled, make a drive by. I think you'll dig it, man. There's lots of aquifers and energy like jets and all kinds of stuff here. Super cool. All right, I had just the strangest thing happen the end of last week. I have a little strip mall that I go down to every day to get my groceries and stuff. Go into the Dollar General store. I'm walking up to the Dollar General store. I'm about 10 feet away from the door. The door starts going boop, 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 open, close, open, close. I go, what? So I get up to it. I get right to the little weird mat that you step on. The door opens, like, come on in. So I walked through. I went through the door. As soon as I got through the door, boop, 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 boop. Oh, super crazy. So I went and did my shopping. Up at the cash register, the doors are all cool. I go walking over towards the exit door, and it starts doing the same thing. I'm like, wow, that's really crazy. Went down to the next store over. Doors did the same thing. I'm like going, what in the world? I thought the Dollar General store thing was just screwed up, right? No. So then I leave that place and I go down to Save-A-Lot, and they've got the doors that do that, right? And that's exactly what they started doing. Wapple, 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 wapple. I got up to them, walked through, they let me through, started back again. Just kind of crazy. So needless to say, I came home that day, did a massive grounding because, yeah, like my earbuds shorted out. Like I was like electrically toxic that day. So I did a massive grounding, and everything appears to be back in order. Hey, Nancy, what's up? Glad to see you. Arnie, my brother, man. Thanks for sharing some love, man. We're gonna do some light work tonight, man, for real. Hello, Kara. All right. So being the light is all about live practice, and not just doing random stuff, but like the evil plot behind is to have you guys actually reach in there and grab some of the abilities that are screaming to get out and get you some access to it. And access to your energy, being able to move that around, and overall, a unification of all the parts of us, right? Like the parts, our conscious mind, our subconscious mind, there's so many, like, and the little sub personalities all there, all integrated into one cohesive whole. And as part of that, the school of learning I've really subscribed to for the last couple of decades. It's really important to have your abilities balanced, and to be able to access both of those: your receptive abilities, your clairvoyance, your intuition, your ability to see astral stuff, and your projective stuff, being able to like project healing energy and to cleanse someone and to make things happen with objects in the real world. And you know, I myself included, my first indication I had of some ability was really a clairvoyant thing for me, dreams and visions and things I was seeing. But I learned I really had this yearning to take it deeper and to really be a wizard. I saw the Sword in the Stone cartoon when I was like 6 years old. And ever since then, I never wanted to be King Arthur. I always wanted to be Merlin. So, the way my passion for telekinetics got ignited was back in the late 80s. I was working in an ad agency, and the guy that was the creative director, one of the owners of the agency, had a guest come in. He called the creative department in, and everybody's sitting around the conference room. There's like 30 people there, and everybody's annoyed because we had way too much work to do. So he introduced this woman as Reverend somebody, and I almost got up and left because like the last thing I wanted right now was a religious conversation. So she starts talking, and it's everything about energy and nothing about religion whatsoever, and talking about the abilities to be able to move things and affect things, weather and all kinds of stuff. And at the end of that conversation, I looked up, and she was looking right at me, and we just had this kind of like moment. And she reached out with her hand, and there was a metal ashtray sitting in the middle of the conference room table. You can tell how long ago that was now. And she concentrated, and with her energy, she drew that ashtray right across the table, probably 5 feet, directly in front of me. There was no way there were magnets. There was no trick to that whatsoever. And in that moment, my concept and what was impossible shattered. And I kind of became obsessed with wanting to access that. And I won't get into the long story, but it was a long journey finding someone that could actually teach me those things. And Luckily, I found someone and became such a nuisance that he reluctantly agreed. Oh yeah. So anyway, the whole process of getting your energy to the point where it has enough density in this world to affect things, that changes you because you're using the part of you that's actually the source. You know, when I first started doing like this, there's this spinning rod effect. Anybody's interested, I think it's like 3 or 4 shows ago, I loaded up a video with that effect on it. And yeah, well, okay. That energy, that source energy, makes me feel so alive in so many ways. And as a really wonderful side effect, I've been an addict my whole life, man. I'm the addict's addict. And man, it was, if I liked it, I was going to keep doing it. Well, once I started practicing and I started getting my abilities down, then like all the things that were in the way of that, like had to go because like if you took all the drugs, the food, the sex, the like everything that people use to give themselves external pleasure, and you wrapped all of that into one like ball, it would be like a tiny pea next to like the earth and how good doing effects and feeling that energy, being connected and having that energy realized fully. No comparison. So pretty much overnight, things I'd wrestled with all my life, like not an issue at all. Not an issue. Wow, we've got lots of people showing up. Yeah, Kim, Linda, good to see you. Yeah, Karen, hey, what's up? The definition of energy is it's the totality of everything, pure and simple. It's everything in this frequency of universe. It's all energy. Like everything that looks solid is not. It's all like spinning particles. So there are different kinds of energy, and the beauty of your own energy is that it's the ultimate creative Play-Doh. Like it's waiting for you to sculpt it and to send it with intent and to be able to use it with intention and clarity. Yeah, so it's the force that connects every single thing. And as we elevate and elevate and elevate, and our frequency gets higher and higher and higher, this place, like you leave this place. And the ultimate destination for that is like merging with the source. And there's just nothing that I've ever experienced in my life like that. As a matter of fact, I've got a really good guided meditation taking us up and rising up through to the source. I had a really profound personal experience with that about 6 months ago, and I did this meditation that I'm talking about, and it's basically riding out from, like, if you're like here in this plane, just elevating in your light body all the way out through the planets, through the solar system, the galaxies, the universes, and to finally merge with the light. And I got there and I was right at that place, and I was like, oh man, first of all, I felt so welcome and like home, and I wanted to just merge. But you know, my whole journey, like the end thing, they talk about merging with the source. Well, I thought that was going to be like the end of me. Like you have to give up your individuality, you know, like merging with the source meant like, well, you're gone. And I was kind of in that light. I was in that space, and I got this message: just let go, just let go. And I was like, no, I'll be gone. But as always, the curiosity and my absolute obsession to know, well, okay. And I let go, man. And I went, here, I let go. And instead of dissolving me, like my light got brighter and brighter and brighter, and I spread all out. And all of a sudden, I was part of the whole. And like, oh my God, answers, like you're part of everything. And like, I've never felt home ever. I've never felt a moment till then in my life where I wasn't like, wow, that's really cool. I wonder what's around the next corner. And it just like it's taken me to this place of serenity and peace, and like even in the midst of the insanity going on in the world, and the more insanity that's coming up in the world, inside there's still just this like, I know. So I'm looking really forward to sharing that with you guys in a little bit. um all right, so let's see, what time is it? All right, we're doing all right. So we're going to do a couple of things tonight in the mindset of this being a live practice show and actually showing up and doing stuff. Um, we're gonna do two things. Well, first of all, I'm gonna demonstrate a little telekinetic effect. Over the course of the Angel Channel series, there have been a number. I've got like 4 people that have really latched on to all the little lessons and have been spinning the rod and really, really like got on it and did something with it. And I have 2 people that have spun it 8 times, so they're ready to move on to some other um, the next step, the next letter in the alphabet. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. Yeah, and Kara said she'd love to try the meditation. Yeah, I think you would really dig it a lot. We're going to do a little mini meditation tonight. I think you'll really dig too. Um, so anyway, I'm going to demonstrate the next thing, which will be taking a little empty glass bottle. It's so dark, it's kind of hard to see in there, but you can see there's nothing in there. And I'm going to get really focused, and that spinning thing, right? I'm going to reach out with my intention into the salt in my kitchen, and I'm going to grab onto a little piece of that and elevate the spinning particles, until they spin a lot faster. And the result of that will be it kind of like goes out of phase. So you don't really see it here. It's not really materialized in this frequency anymore. And at that point, you can take your energy, draw it to you, and put it in the bottle. And that's a really, really great first step to understanding. Doing materializations is a huge, huge area in pretty much every way. So, and then after that, we're going to discuss my favorite 3-part meditation exercise. That if you master all 3 of these, man, you are so good to go. And then we'll make some sacred space, do a little meditation ride down to 0 space, and then I'll be doing readings at the end of the show. Anybody that wants to grab an angel card reading, or I can do some tarot cards also, get in the chat over there, and I'll try to get to as many people as time allows. All right. All right, I really need to get focused here for a second. Again, we're taking the empty bottle. Got to build it, build it, build it. Give it the snap. Ah, man, I heard the pops. I think I did good. Woohoo! 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 All right. Something really I need to say about this. This is video, man. There's 100 ways for me to fake that. Like if you want to like look for the trick and try to figure out how I'm scamming it, then go ahead. That's all good. But I hope that you'll like, oh my God, realize that that's a possibility and go after it yourself, man. Find it. Like this isn't about like I like being looking cool or like, oh wow, he's amazing. You're amazing. Like all of you guys are amazing. Like you have abilities and possibilities that you just haven't even considered as something you could go after because the world has programmed you and beat you from the moment that you started breath that all of those things are impossible because that keeps you from being your full biggest whole self, man. All right. So I also need to mention, I want to kind of dedicate that effect to my friends Brandon and Joel. Kind of brought you that effect from a mutual friend of ours. And if you catch it, it's yours. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hello, Amy. Yeah. Yeah, Bernadette, there are no limits. There are only the limits you put on yourself. I mean, can you just go, oh, I decided to do that and you can do it? No, but with a little practice and process, you can make pretty much anything happen. Anything happen. You know, your abilities are like playing an instrument, you know. You sit down with a guitar, you like move your fingers because you can't move them. And pretty much in 5 years, after you've been playing scales and scales and scales and scales and scales, now you can just think about the music and you don't have to think about your fingers. And that's when it becomes art. And that's when it becomes bliss and joy. I'm like so jacked up from doing that. Hold on. Let me come back down here. All right, let's talk about meditation. Man, I have learned hundreds of meditation over the years, and they all work, and they to some degree, and you know, depending on where you're at with it, you'll get different chunks of luck. But there is actually these three are out of a book called A Bardon Companion by a guy named Ron Clark, Rawn Clark. And if I only could take one book to a desert island, it would be that, man. It would definitely be that. And it breaks it down into 3 sections. So the first part is to just sit quiet and watch yourself think, which sounds really easy, right? Karen, we'll get you jacked up, baby. Yeah. So just to sit and watch yourself think. Well, I thought that was a no-brainer. I was already working to move on to the second one. But as soon as I sat down and got quiet, like I wasn't watching myself think. I'm like, go ahead, think. No, now you want to shut off. Okay, great. Thanks very much. Anyway, that's a really, really great first step. The next step is to get in that same space, watch yourself think, and out of that little sea of thoughts and possibilities, grab one and follow that to the exclusion of anything else. What that does is develop your focus and your ability to stay in pinpoint resolution regardless of what's going on outside or distractions. So that's a really great exercise as well. And then the last one, and we're gonna work on this here in just a few minutes, actually, um, is what I call going to blank space. And it's been given lots of names over the years. It's no mind, turning off your brain, like no thoughts, stillness. That was a very difficult one for me to get. I just really had a hard time getting there. So a friend came over with this weird little kind of like a bio reader sort of thing, and I was able to attach those to my fingers, and it would make a tone like a doo. And as you brought your awareness and your consciousness down, the tone would go like ooh. So it was really great mnemonic to get there. Well, I've never been able to find one of those little things. I think he made that. And so I've come up with lots of other different little tricks to get in. And we do this in every single show because now I'm not going to go off on the whole lecture about this, but blank space, zero space is the answer to so many things in this world and the next world. And one of the great things about the time we're living in is I'm watching things that were considered magic and occult and things that were science and physics, and those things are coming together like this. So like when you shut yourself off, there's no conscious thought going. There's just awareness with no participation. That field is not blank. That field is superposition quantum field. That's the place where all the particles are spinning with all possibilities, every potential, waiting to be grabbed and formed and programmed with something to be in. So being able to move around in the quantum field, that's kind of been where the center of my personal practice has been for the last 6 months. And it's a very, very worthwhile thing, especially since all of the stuff that's being developed to be able to read our fields, to like all of that. And the psychological and physical effects of taking yourself down to that space, it's like a reset. It's like an instant reset. And I've gotten really good at being able to do that. Like, like I do that in traffic. I do that in situations where I'm about to lose my grip. Just write it down and I can get there now. So the intent for this tonight will be to kind of like take you down. I'm going to talk you down through that. And when we get to where it says silence, where I say silence, just like freeze frame, like, don't try to take another breath. Just like you're frozen, like somebody just flipped the switch and it's a still frame. And we'll hold that for 5, 6, 7 seconds. And the result of that is as we do that over time, and I'm watching this happen with some of the people that have been with me for a while, now they're like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so we're going to write a groove to get you, even if it's just for a few seconds, to that space. And now that's in your astral. And it makes it easier every single time to get back there. And that is a really, 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 really glorious space. All right, I need to get cruising. All right. Hey, we're going to create some sacred space on the sacred spiral. Awesome. Yeah, my trusty bowl's been with me for about 30 years. We're going to create, I'm going to create a little energy network. And connect if you want. As a bowl is going and it clangs, imagine taking your energy and from your solar plexus and letting it just explode. This white light just burning out through your room. We're just going to get all of our spaces really nice and pristine and pure, and then we'll invoke some angels and guides and the source and take a nice little meditation. All right, here we go. With the radiant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the brilliant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the radiant, brilliant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. We joyously come together tonight to create our circle, our place of safety and sanctuary and light. We ask that the angels and our guides be with us, share their knowledge, their wisdom, and their understanding of the source. We ask for their wisdom. They're very loud this evening. We ask for eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source, we open our circle. Always just love that space. All right, we're going to ride down to zero space. Thank you, Jennifer. Can't wait to have you on. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Way we're going to do this, I'm going to have you draw in, and I want you to use your solar plexus to draw. It's easy. Just focus there and pull that in through your nose. And I don't want you to pull air. I want you to pull just beautiful, golden, warm, healing source light, right? And as you're inhaling, just let that gold energy just infuse your whole body out into your light body. If you have a specific thing that's hurting you, focus your intent on that and send it all there. All right. And then on the exhale, I'm just going to talk you down. And like we were talking a few minutes ago, I'm going to have you come down deeper and deeper. We're going to do it 3 times. And when I say silence, I want you just to freeze. All right? All right, here we go. Inhale, use your solar plexus. In through the nose. Really stretch it out. Make it full as you can. And release, sinking into the stillness, chaos and the sounds of the world fading into the distance. No mind, deeper, deeper silence. All right, inhale, make it count. When you think you're full, pack a little more in. And release into the quiet, into the stillness. No future, no past. Deeper, deeper silence. All right, here we go. Inhale, last one. Super deep. Beautiful gold, warm, healing. And release. No mind, no thoughts. Deeper, deeper silence. All right, I want you to just stay in that space. Beautiful blank zone. And I want you to visualize yourself floating on the surface of a calm sea. But it's not water, it's energy, golden source energy. And your body is not your physical body, it's your light body. You can see yourself glowing. You can see the energy channels flowing through you. Looking up at the sky, it's a beautiful, beautiful indigo purple. Billions of stars. The full moon reflecting across the surface. Absolutely in the moment. All right, we're going to do a box breathing. We're going to do 8 repetitions. We're going to do 4 inhale. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hold. 1, 2 exhale. And then after I say the word exhale, you'll do 4 exhales and a 4 hold. And then we'll repeat that 4 times. And when you take your inhale, I want you to reach out into that energy that you're floating in. And I want you to draw that beautiful energy in as much as you can. Just infuse your whole body with that. And then we'll hold that for 4 seconds. And as you release and exhale, I want you to take any negative energy that you've run into or generated or been sent to you, any negative energy of any kind, and let that flow out of you with your breath back into the ocean. All right, we're going to do this 4 times. All right, here we go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale, release. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. All right, now this time, make it be about any negative emotions you're having: anger, rage, pain, fear, anything. Okay, on the release, pour it all into the water. All right, here we go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. Let go of it. You're holding on. Let go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it count. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest. Take a nice deep breath. All right. Take a couple more deep breaths. Slowly come back to your body. Yeah, come on back. All righty. All right, I'm going to pull a, oh boy, hold on one second here. One thing I neglected to get up. Okay. I'm going to pull a collective angel card, all right? You know, just an upfront, my angel deck isn't so warm and fuzzy. Like, it doesn't tell you what you want to hear, it tells you what you need to hear. Sometimes that's really warm and fuzzy. Sometimes it's like, that's not really what you need to hear. You need to hear some truth. So just make sure that you're open and listen to them, man. They, like, I did this deck about 11 years ago. I channeled all of the readings and did automatic writing. And they have amazed me over the years, how absolutely accurate they are. And when I just let go and I accept their advice, good things always happen. All right, so here we go. Words of wisdom for the Sacred Spiral Collective. Words of wisdom for the Sacred Spiral Collective. Words of wisdom for the Sacred Spiral Collective. Ah, yes. The angel of light and understanding. Yeah. So impatient and narrow-minded. If you want your dreams to become reality, they need to be fueled by focused intent, willpower, and energy. That's what we just did tonight, like energy focus. There you go. Be in a state of gratitude for your many, many blessings. You will always see positive improvement in every situation, even the ones that seem negative at the time. You just have to keep trying. Never, never, never give up. When you love, be willing to share it. Be thankful for everything and everyone you have. Focus on the smaller things in life and appreciate the things that really count. Kelly and I were talking about that earlier before the show. Joy is so powerful. It can't be stopped. But the world and its relentless pressures can obscure the brilliance of the light, not when you go to blank space. This creates a need to learn to appreciate what you have. Find your own happiness, regardless of anyone else's opinion. Could not be more perfect. Yes. All right. Let's see who we got. All right. Thanks, Kelly. There's a lot of people looking through there. Help me make sure I don't miss anybody, if you would. All right, Linda. Three nice deep breaths. Get really focused. Focus. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. This is the Superman card. Angel of justice, liberty, or what is it? Yeah, truth, justice, and liberty. The doves down there have always tricked me out. I love this card. All right, let's see here. Freedom, freedom, freedom has arrived. Look with objective, open eyes and see clearly where you have created a situation you're experiencing. Free yourself from these oppressive circumstances. Blend your creativity and imagination and your logic and reason. Unification. See things clearly and use your powers to transform your situation. Use your powers to transform your situation. You can turn this thing around. Recognize where in your life you have power and rebuild your self-confidence. You have a tremendous potential for focusing on innovative ideas and releasing the necessary burst of energy. Stop backing yourself into a corner and deliberately trying to get yourself into seemingly impossible situations in order to force a really creative solution. Liberate yourself using your intuition and your voluminous ingenuity. Know that you will soon be free to fly like the wind. Believe and trust that there will be relaxation from all your tension and fears as the pressures ease off and the whole situation just seems to turn around. Yeah. The tarot card that goes with this is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords sort of represents self-imposed limitations. Change your perspective, and you change your world. Okay, the Eight of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck is this king up on his balcony overlooking the kingdom, and in front of him on the railing are these 8 swords stuck in, and they look like a jail cell, like he's trapped, he can't get out. But you look over here, man, and behind him, the whole castle's open. All he has to do is turn around, walk off the balcony, and go somewhere else. So change your perspective, change your world. All right. Who else we got down here? Let's see. Kara, you like a little truth? We got you, girl. All right, do me a favor. Just close your eyes and concentrate. And imagine you and I are standing face to face, just looking each other in the eye. Take 3 nice, really deep breaths and just focus. If you have a specific question, beam that to me really hard. If not, we'll just do a general words of wisdom thing. All right. Let me get a nice shuffle. Okay. Really focus. Words of wisdom for my friend Kara. Words of wisdom for my friend Kara. Words of wisdom for my friend Kara. Yeah, number 68, the angel of healing. Exercise your intuition, awareness, and correct response, and ask yourself if the time to leave has really come. Sometimes the memory of when things were good keeps you tied to something that no longer is. Is there a single indication that the situation still gives you joy and meaning? Or are you leaving the situation because you lack the courage to really pursue it with all your heart and squeeze every drop you can get from it? Your pattern in life is to become involved in relationships, work projects, then run away when it hits a particularly difficult moment or when the time comes for an actual commitment. Be aware of your material pleasures or when you have an urgent need for money. Acknowledge these needs and desires for complete change and a different vibration. When you become bored with your present lifestyle, focus all of your energy on a new direction. All of your energy. Yeah. You are now ready to break your overextension habits and stop suffocating your emotional vitality. Be absolutely sure before making any changes. Yeah. Whew, man, they're loud tonight. All right. Anybody else that Inga, what's up, girlfriend? Bahamas, baby. Let's see. Anyone else I'm missing? Evelyn, absolutely. I would love to read for you. All right. Awesome, Kara. They're, like you would think, with the tarot readings, it's like so out there. And I thought that like these 3, 4 paragraph little things couldn't possibly apply to every situation. But like over 11 years now, every single time, especially when it's a really specific question, like the very first line, victory, 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 or you will do this. Like, okay, we could just stop the reading. So anyway, I'm glad it hit home for you. I'm really happy about it. All right, Evelyn, you know the drill, girlfriend. Get nice and focused. Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. Number 9, the angel of mercy and forgiveness. Bear with me here. There we go. Success. See what I mean? You want to stop? Success through skill and material accomplishment. A joyous air surrounds you. Wonderful events are beginning to unfold. You are about to savor the sweet fruit of lengthy, hard labor. Stop worrying. Stop. You will receive what is rightfully yours. The bread thrown onto the water of life will come back to you threefold. You are gifted with success in relationships, achieved a generous soul, and the sharing of your unconditional love and resources. Love is the cup that never, ever runs dry. Know now that it is the infinite fountain. It's the source. Yes, you know that already too. Immerse yourself in the success of creating those things which have deep passion and inspiration for you. Build a team of quality people and combine your resources together. Create an alliance of power and success. Organize, co-create, make things happen by using all available means. The sum of the whole is greater than the parts. Yeah, the worry thing, stop. You don't need to. You're so good. You're so good. And that worrying gets in the way of like enjoying when the good starts coming in, It really does. Let's see. The tarot card that goes with this is the Six of Pentacles. So expect some gifting, maybe somebody to help you out in what you're working on. Yeah. You've earned it. Awesome. Really good. Hey, Bernadette, I'm glad you're tingling. See, I always tell people you'll feel better at the end of the show than you did when you get here. So if you're tingling, we're good, man. I'm happy. Kelly, help me look and see if there's anybody else I've missed. I want to make sure everybody gets a shot. Oh, here we go. All right. This one's for Arnie. We may run a little bit long here. We'll go as long as we can. All right, Arnie, you know the drill, my brother. Words of wisdom from my friend Arnie. Words of wisdom from my friend Arnie. Really focus hard, Arnie. Words of wisdom from my friend Arnie. Ooh. Number 42, the angel of political authority. He's very serious. Your responsibilities weigh heavy, maybe a little too heavy. Stress can affect you in very bad ways. Retreat, blank space, Arnie. Blank space, bro. I'm telling you, man. Be still. and seek the counsel of your higher self. Consider your situation from an unemotional space, blank space, as if you were looking at someone else. Put your thoughts in order and prioritize your next action. Suspend action on all issues but one. Ask yourself conscious to work on this one issue and then sleep on it. Create the objectivity required to see all sides of an issue from this experience. Something useful and powerful will emerge. Something useful and powerful will emerge. You will soon be back into action again. There will be good opportunities ahead. Think things out carefully before you act. Be methodical and deliberate. When you face apparent obstacles and delay, recognize that even a timely delay can be beneficial, actually. There is still work, like understanding the perfection of every moment, like gives you the ability to see past that immediate thing, like, okay. When you face apparent obstacles and delays, recognize a timely delay can be beneficial. There is still work to do. You're not yet finished. Make no commitments now. The situation can rapidly change. Return to life, emerge from your shell. Others will help as they penetrate the protective walls you have built to protect yourself. All right. All right, lab. Bernadette. Bernadette, this one's for you, girlfriend. 3 nice breaths. Bring it down. Get really focused. Words of wisdom from my friend Bernadette. Words of wisdom from my friend Bernadette. Words of wisdom. For my friend Bernadette. Number 21. The angel of the ardent desire to learn. The storm has passed and your work has produced excellent results. Something good is on the way. Discover your talents and sensitivity that lie hidden just beneath the surface. Practice. Do some energy work. Practice. Blank space. Immerse yourself in your metaphysical pursuits and develop your innate abilities. Open your heart. Deep fulfillment is realized through love. Give it and receive it. Follow your heart and you will know joy. Your dreams and hopes will manifest, and there will be a fairy tale ending. Success. You have begun a brand new lifestyle and found a love which is mutual. You have the ability to clearly communicate feelings, especially the positive, lighthearted feelings. You share your emotional treasures with friendship and hospitality. You have much to celebrate, young lady. You're an excellent leader because you bring out the best in those around you. People reveal aspects of themselves that they normally couldn't share. People enjoy your company. You let them see the best in themselves. All right, labyrinthian. Okay. 3 nice breaths. Bring down your focus. Yeah, it feels like you have something. Yeah. If you have something specific, make sure you focus really hard. Like, just that's all you see. Words of wisdom for my friend Labyrinthian. Words of wisdom for my friend Labyrinthian. Words of wisdom for my friend Labyrinthian. Ah, this is a great card. Number 53, the angel of spiritual communication. You have been under pressure and experienced many changes in your lifetime. You've taken on too many responsibilities, and your creativity has taken a bit of a hit. You feel oppressed physically and mentally. Genuine change will seem impossible when your load of activities is too great. Stop being the savior of everyone else. Man, that's the advice I need to take all the time. Stop taking other people's projects and give back the ones you can. Scrape the built up ice off your windshield. Practice, practice, practice. And take a good look at the world. Sometimes you take on other people's loads in order to avoid dealing with your own. Yeah, no kidding. People pleasing is a rope that binds you. Do you want to be free to travel, to seek adventure and new involvements, yet find yourself caught in an endless circle of responsibilities, financial, work, family? You take on the total weight of your relationships, leaving very little for yourself. It's not your job to always smooth whatever problems, conflicts, or issues arrive. Stop struggling to keep a relationship going while the other person is not even aware of what is happening. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. I think next up is Mish. All right, Mish. Mish, let's connect. Words of wisdom for my friend Mish. Words of wisdom for my friend Mish. Words of wisdom for my friend Mish. Number 55, the angel of intellectual lucidity. You are an awesome multitasker and have learned to balance several situations simultaneously. But so much more can be accomplished when you finally decide. Be deliberate, man. I'm the master of that, like keeping them up in the air so I don't have to decide. But like when it's time for the real progress, decide. Be deliberate in your actions and think before you act. Step back and take a good, hard, objective look at your situation. Be patient. Plan your next move very carefully. It is essential that you maintain harmony. Blank space. Let yourself play and awaken the child inside, staring wide eyed at the wonder of the world. Be flexible and adventurous. It will fuel your imagination. You can't see the bottom of the pond when the surface is turbulent. Escape from it all, even if for a second. Expect to receive acknowledgement and reassuring news. Pleasure and amusement can teach you a great deal as long as you are willing to pay attention. Here is the entrance of other on the physical level, the recognition of choice, of alternatives, and the action in relation to that choice. The search here is for means of growth in terms of physical health and security, work achievement, and financial reliability. There you go, Mish. All right. Katie. How are we doing, Kelly? We'll do a few more. I can squeeze a couple more in. All right, Katie, focus. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom for my friend Katie. Words of wisdom for my friend Katie. Words of wisdom for my friend Katie. Number 29, the angel of liberation. Bear with me here. Here we go. Stand your ground and face the music. Express your point of view. Stand by your standards and never compromise or settle for less. Rest. You are feeling the pressure. You will see things more clearly after a good night's sleep. You are gifted with deep inner strength and can hold on in any adversity. You haven't realized your own strength yet. Yeah. You will soon. There will be a challenge to the very basics in your life. Courage and responsibility will be required. Stick to your guns and watch everything unfold, regenerate, and renew. You move in directions you have passion for. You will require the assistance of others now. Strength and much energy will be needed. You are facing a trial to test your mettle. Then you know whether you have mastered your lessons. Have the guts, tenacity, and focus to meet the challenges that will be presented. Stand up to opposition without backing down. You have the courage to face the odds and overcome the challenges. Your leadership abilities shine as your opponents test your limitations. Continue to build your mastery. All right. Inga, this one's for you. Yeah, let's see. All right. All right, Inga, you know the drill. Words of wisdom from my very good friend Inga. Words of wisdom from my very good friend Inga. Words of wisdom from my very good friend Inga. Number 64, the angel of vivification. You are experiencing information overload. Clear your mind, blank space, take a deep breath, box breathing, and put your thoughts in order. When there has been mental or physical abuse, you need distance and support. With distance, it is possible to rise above the situation and be objective so that you can see the big pattern. The big pattern, determine some meaning behind it and what to act on. Sometimes you have to be strong, and you definitely are, and be the one to break out of a relationship that is no longer healthy, but to which you're both addicted. There are times when it is proper to leave others behind in order to break through relationship patterns that obsess and bind you. When you feel locked and that nothing can be accomplished, cleanse your energy, center yourself, and wait. That patience thing. Yeah. Difficult though life may be sometimes, it always changes. Communicate any new ideas or decisions in such an objective way that they can be received and heard. Be big picture. Big picture. All right. I think oh, Nancy, absolutely. All right. 3 nice breaths. Let's just really connect. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom from my friend Nancy. Words of wisdom from my friend Nancy. Words of wisdom from my friend Nancy. You got my birthday angel, number 31, Lekabel, the angel of intellectual talent. This card always trips me out. All right. We are constantly evolving, and reality around us is always changing. Staying healthy and whole requires constant change. Be like water and remain flexible, versatile, and adaptable, especially now, fully ensconced age of Aquarius. Like, old rules don't work anymore. Be like water. Some situations will call on all your energy just to keep going, hoping for things to get better. The habitual nature of routine gives you a false sense of security sometimes. It can be a comfortable lie. All great masters were apprentices first. You must be willing to undergo an apprenticeship to learn and acquire your mastery. Only then will you be recognized. You do things you have passion for and believe they are worthy of your time and effort. Take care of yourself and your own needs. You don't do that enough. Get your finances in order. Do not move in the extremes now by overextending yourself externally. You know both your medium and your message so well that you will work in harmony with their natures. You must care about your work. It must relate to the world. You know, the Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of like the Apprentice card. It's like, you've selected something new to like latch onto. You've got a mentor that's like taking you under the wing, and you're learning and getting some money while you're getting your mastery. But once you achieve that, you've got like this inroad into something new that you really cared about for a long time. And there are a lot of good things like already like woo for you in a really big way. All right. Good. Yes. All right. Let's see. I think I've got time for one more. All right. There we go. I think that's Crickle. or Crikey if you're Australian. All right. You're very welcome, Nancy. My pleasure. Seriously. All right. Crickle. 3 nice deep breaths. Let's connect. Really focus. Words of wisdom for my friend Crickle. Words of wisdom for my friend Crickle. Words of wisdom for my friend Crickle. Number 13, the angel of fidelity, loyalty, and allegiance. Ego represents the non-trusting, cynical, over-analytical part of your brain that can't make any decisions. It is always feeling held back, experiencing hurt or anxiety. Your fear has blinded you. It is creating confusion. You're fighting too many battles at once, which keeps your vision on the minutia and creates indecision, wasting precious energy and time. You're unable to see or think clearly now. You need help and good advice. Go deep inside yourself. Allow your inner voice to direct you. Do the blank space meditation again and again and again, and go there as often as possible. When you shut off all of that noise inside, what's left is just you. And as you start to come back and you start to hear yourself again, those are the like the true voices and not all the crazy extras that we tack on. You you are not being held back by external forces. It is your own training and your beliefs and your own helplessness. You blindly accept what you have been taught. Realizing how much you don't know is the first step to the truth. Man, I get dumber every day. Without enlightenment, you will never be able to say, this is the truth. This is the way things really are. Nothing prevents you from leaving. You are held only by your own illusions. All right. Oh, man. Yeah. I think we're going to have to cut it off there for this week. Anybody I didn't get to, man, please show up next week. I'll put you right on the top of the list. And there we go. Let's see. Thank you. Back at you. Hello, Vivian. Hey, go back to that one again, Kelly. Maybe I'll grab one more. All right, Anne. All right. This is the last one, though. All right, Anne, really focus. Deep breath. Words of wisdom for my friend Anne. Words of wisdom for my friend Anne. Words of wisdom for my friend Anne. It's a great card. 35, the Angel of Reconciliation. There we go. Yeah, you're going to dig this one. You are offered the gift of wealth, abundance, and prosperity through your communication and organizational skills. You are beginning to feel secure, but you still feel slightly detached. Your life will seem to just turn around, and security will soon crown your efforts as your finances begin to prosper. You will soon be free from monetary concern. Woo-hoo. More power to you. There will be a gain in finance or position, a possible inheritance. You will know attainment, recognition, and a great feeling of security. Use the wealth of these resources to build lasting structures in the world. Make this a better place to live by leaving something solid and tangible behind you. The gate has opened to the hidden experiences in ordinary things so that you may recognize and appreciate the magic all around you. The angel has come, disguised as a beggar or traveler, to test your virtues of hospitality and generosity. Then leave a magical gift. If you catch it, it's yours. By acting a certain way, you create within yourself the ability to recognize and receive the blessings the world has to offer you. The everyday world contains a magic greater than any of us can see. The magic is all around us. It is in nature and the very fact that life exists. Know that you are manifesting your visions and graciously accept your rewards. There you go. All right. Well, We definitely have come to the end of the journey on this one, man. I am so grateful for everybody showing up, and the energy is just like over the top, like yummy, 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 yummy. And the angels were like, they were pretty crazy tonight, super loud for sure. So I hope you'll join us in our regular energy practice every week, and just do it a little bit every week. And you'd be surprised at the end of the year what you might be able to do, and the things you found in yourself that you thought you never knew about, and or thought they were impossible. Like you couldn't do that. So I challenge you to get on the wave with us, and find your biggest self, man. Find your big self, and live in bliss and joy instead of fear and pain. Yeah. All right. So please hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I would really, really appreciate that. And that would help us out a lot if you could do that. My decks are available at thewizardofon.com if anybody's interested in those. And if you want to get a deck and mention the show, I'll throw in a really nice full reading for you. Let's see. I know I'm forgetting something and I need to be saying, but I can't remember. So I'm just gonna say thanks, love. Appreciate you so much, man. Tom, I appreciate you too, my brother. I've been doing the Angel Channel for a while, and we've developed quite a little energy family that I just really cherish, and I invite you guys to join, man. It'd be really, really, really good. You're welcome, Evelyn. Yes. All right, so without further ado, I think we're going to call it a night. Till next week, love you guys very much. We joyously come to the end of our gathering and send everyone on their happy way. We thank the angels and our guides and allies for sharing their wisdom and their love of the source. With absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, especially the ugly, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, be in the light.